Hey kids, and welcome to day 16 of a very Windows Christmas. So for day 16, what we're going to do is we are going to be installing Windows NT 3.1 October 1991 build. So this build was compiled in, you guessed it, October 1991, and was basically, it was just meant for, I believe, a fall COMDEX demo. And there's reportedly like 17 candidate builds really that were compiled with this thing. So yeah, it's actually pretty interesting. It has a lot of early stuff, and I'm excited to show it to you guys. So first of all, what we're gonna do is we are going to be inserting the ISO. ISO is in the drive. I'm going to put a D here. dir. Yep, there you go. CD setup. Install i386. Now, the reason I can't run the fully graphical setup is because, it just doesn't want to boot, so we're going to have to run this. Unlike the GUI setup program, this bash file only installs on a C partition. That is okay because, well, installation of the system requires 16 meg. Okay. So now it's copying files, I guess. All NT files are installed. Well, that was quick, wouldn't you say? Yeah, I actually have the floppy drive sound enabled. Oh. Yeah, that is a relatively new feature in 86box. So, yeah. Now, we can't actually boot into DOS, so... Okay, so I built a new machine specifically for running the October 1991 build. I have a Windows 95 boot disk in here, and, hopefully it boots. Should we run setup? I think we're gonna run setup. Okay. It should be good with that, so... Yes. Okay, never mind. We didn't even need to boot into that Windows 95 disk because I have one right here. So let's reboot. Windows NT Portable Bootloader. So we're going to be booting into NT CD-ROM SCSI ID2. Boot failed. I don't know why. Oh wait, I'm stupid. Okay, never mind. I just didn't have the disk in here. Okay. Although knowing my luck, it'll probably still fail. So let's reboot again. Okay, let's try this again. NT CD-ROM SCSI ID2. Yeah, looking at the icons at the bottom, it doesn't look like it's doing anything. It's been like, I don't know, around like a minute, 2 minutes, and it's still not doing anything. So, okay, I have one last solution, and if this doesn't work, then I'm just going to cheat. I'm going to do what I did in day 2 and just cheat and just use my pre-existing copy instead. Okay, so now all of a sudden I'm getting this no ROM basic system halted error. Like even when I'm not trying to boot off the floppy disk. So, yeah, it sucks to have to do this, but I'm gonna have to not install it. I know, I definitely wanted to install it in this video too, but I can't. So we're gonna have to just cheat and use our pre-existing installation to take a look at this build. Okay, and even when I'm using my pre-existing copy, it still fails to boot. Well, I'll be damned. And there we go. Okay. Now it looks like this machine is a piece of shit. So, goodbye. So as you can see, we have this very basic log-on screen. Got my username, password. Just log on, click OK. There you go. We're logged on. So no wallpaper. They didn't implement that yet, and it uses the 3.0 color scheme. So yeah. So Minesweeper here is actually just referred to as WinMine, but it is a tradition to play Minesweeper on the series, so we're gonna do it. Ready? Do 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 do. Ooh. 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 Oh. You know, we also got Solitaire here. Just, you know, basic little Solitaire game. Alright, I put that there. And something that wasn't featured in NC 3.1, Reversey. Still looks like it did. Still looks like it did in Windows 1.0. You can. I have no idea how to play Reversey. So right here we have a bunch of basic accessories. We got notepad, got calendar, paintbrush, calculator, card file, clock, and terminal. Terminal is very cool. Like a dial, send text file, that kind of stuff. Got main. But then what I really wanted to get into, the demos. So first off, we got WinBez, which is the Bezier screensaver from Windows 3.1. Although Windows 3.1 wasn't out at this time, so maybe this is where it originated. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just a demo for like multi-threading stuff. So here's one Bezier, more lines, less lines. You can make it faster, you can make it slower. You can make it faster. A lot faster, in fact. To the point where it just doesn't want to, the mouse cursor doesn't want to work anymore, so I'm just going to slow you down. Okay, it's not just that demo that made it stop working. Everything, it just stopped working, period. I don't know what made it work before. I'm just going to go to settings, input devices, make it Microsoft Bus Mouse import, I guess. And just reboot it. Okay, there we go. Mouse works again. So let's reopen WinBez and probably not make it go so hard. We can redraw. I thought there was a way to add more. Whatever. We could just... Performance meter here. Unofficial release. This is kind of like a task manager before task manager. You can just check on how it's doing. We got sound, or, you know, as it's actually called, play it. So we can actually just play some sounds here. We can open, as you can see, we have the sounds from 3.0 NME. We can, I don't know, let's play the gong, why not? There we go. Plays it just fine. We can play the funniest sound of all time. And we can also, you know, play system default, system hand, system exclamation, system asterisk, system question.
Bummer.
And we can also do multi-thread. So we can spawn this, which is going pretty fast. We can make another one, and another one, and another one. Basically, it's just meant to show how NT can multitask like a real man. So if we go to About here, so like it just says version. It doesn't really say anything about it. And what's interesting is if we go to command prompt, we type the keyboard doesn't work either. That's great. There you go, keyboard works now. So if we type Winver here, it just froze. Okay, let's try it through command prompt. There we go. As you can see, it says Windows NT version 3.2. The final version was Windows NT 3.1. So I'm not sure why they did this. Of course, and this is not to be confused with Windows 3.2, that Chinese version of Windows. That's about it for day 16 of A Very Wonderful Christmas, and I'll see you on day 17. All right, bye. Oh yeah, also, you can't, like, actually shut down. You have to log off and then do this.